Look at that. Sorry to make you stare straight into the sun, but look who I've found.
Hi.
Right, let's go. We're going running. We're going running together for the first time in a long time because you've been ill, right?
I've been really, really, really ill. You can still hear it a little bit.
Yeah, you sounded like Madge Bishop last week. If you watched the ultramarathon video, which would have been how many weeks ago now?
Oh gosh, I don't know. 5?
About 5 weeks ago, Mary took a few weeks off of training, but off of the back of that, hit illness. So you haven't trained regularly, consistently, properly for a good number of weeks, have you?
Yeah.
And we're going to talk on this run about how you come back into training after a period of illness or injury, because it is literally what's happening. Let's get running. Even I feel stiff. How are you feeling?
Yeah, those first few steps, it's like, do my feet and ankles and knees still work?
Also, this could be quite comical because we don't really know the way we're going. It's a bit of guesswork. We'll get into the details in a minute, but the first thing is, and Mary's just said, she just wants to walk for a little bit. We're 2k in, but you've got to be kind to yourself.
Yeah, there's no point trying to push it and like be back to getting that illness. Like I'm gonna just forget my ego and build in slowly.
Yeah, you can't be back at where you were. You just have to build. I mean, it is peaks and troughs. So walking is absolutely fine in the first few sessions. That's be kind to yourself. It's nice anyway.
Yeah.
I kind of get why walkers like walking, although I'd rather just run it, but... It's like we're running through Hobbiton.
So nice.
It's just beautiful. What a day. We've earned these though, remember?
Yeah, we've been starved of blue skies as well.
Yeah. This is the third or fourth time we've walked. The reason for that being is that we want this to be a purely zone 2 run. There is absolutely no point on Mary's comeback run pushing into any higher zones.
My legs feel achy as well, heavy.
They will do. You've been out for a while. Actually, to be honest with you, because I'm on my recovery week, I feel quite stiff and achy as well. So there's no point in pushing the pace if it's going to send you back over the edge.
Yeah.
And fitness is about peaks and troughs anyway. That's what I want to talk to you about. The way that I look at it is fitness is not something that you can win. You can't just get to a level fitness, hold it there and you're done. It comes in peaks and troughs. You have to get the peaks in right time for your races or the good points of the year, and the troughs come when you're building up to that point, and that doesn't matter. But if you just think, oh my god, I was so fit back then and then I got injured, I'm so frustrated, it's probably the wrong mindset to start with. Look at that. This is what we were meant to be running to.
Oh yeah.
The canal path. Look at that.
Oh wow.
Check this out. These are the canals that linked the whole of the north before roads and all trains, I guess. I don't really know. This is not a history channel, by the way. Now, the way I was always taught to look at fitness is the quicker you gain the fitness, the quicker you lose the fitness. So let's say you go on a big fitness drive, you work really hard for a few months. If you're a few months out after that, you'll lose all the fitness that you gained. Whereas if you take a long-term approach, a step-back approach, and maintain consistency over a period of years, then actually a few weeks or months out doesn't really make a huge dent. It's just about easing yourself back in. The thing we're being careful to manage is if you come back too soon, you just knock yourself out for even longer. And yes, it's kind of a learned experience, let's say. You don't really know until you do, but you can get a good idea. Like last week, there was no way you were able to train, right? Because you were in bed.
I was in bed like 4 days straight. Went back to work Friday. I was okay, like I probably could have had another day in bed, and yeah, I think then you think, oh, I'm up out of bed, should I be running straight away? But you need to be another step forwards
Yeah, we're not even convinced you're ready to run yet, are we? This is why we're run walking. Anytime your heart rate goes up, we walk.
Yeah, just trying to keep my heart rate low, which is doing okay. It's just really when it goes uphill, I can feel it because I've had a chest infection, and I've been coughing a bit more than I expected. So we're just stopping then and walking and really taking it as easy as possible.
Yeah. Anyone remember this bit? Anyone remember this bit of path from another video? Mary, do you want to do an impression?
No.
Go on.
I think once was good enough.
I'll cut to it. Just here, I think. Something like that. Oh. How'd that feel?
Good.
Good.
On the way home now, and I'm so pleased that I did that run. But there were times where we were walking and I was thinking, I hope I'm not pushing it too much. But I actually think the process of getting the circulation going and getting a bit sweaty will give me a little boost in my final parts of my recovery. So it was so nice just to be out there enjoying the sunshine. Yeah, loved it. Did you enjoy it?
I did. Yeah, I mean, it's nice when you're on a recovery week anyway. I'm just happy to be out there, not pushing myself, getting any type of miles in the bank that make me just feel better. So yeah, no, it's perfect.
Winner. Now it must be time for a coffee.
Yeah! And another top tip is if you want to smooth your throat, what is it, Mary?
Ice cream for the win. Oh, it still sounds deep, my voice.
Ice cream for the win. We haven't done car chat yet. Is this perhaps a new segment? No?
No, it doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's fine. Well, I mean, it's too hot to sit in the car and film today, but we did want to just talk about how you approach your return from injury. Obviously, we've talked about how you're doing it and how you've taken a few steps back. You're putting your ego on the back burner and walking a little bit, running a little bit. How do you feel now after the run?
Really good. Really, really good. It was definitely the right thing to do. Yeah, I've just felt kind of energized. I feel like I'm making progress forwards again in my recovery. So yeah, I'm pleased that it was the right time and I didn't push it, and it's just been a nice ease in.
I think I'd love to try and talk and concentrate, but look, she's absolutely tearing through that frozen dog yogurt, which, by the way, why is it not called doggurt?
Because it's Aussies.
Yeah, but anyway, what I think is the key to coming back from injury or illness, genuinely, it's nothing to do with the physical, it's to do with the ego. And I think it's understanding that you can get back to where you were before the injury or illness, but you're not gonna be at that place when you come back from the injury or illness, if that makes sense. Because a lot of people, let's say you get up to running regular half marathons, but you get injured or you get ill and it knocks you back a few weeks, you can't just come back and start running regular half marathons. I mean, you might get away with it for a small amount of time, but why not take the step back?
Yeah.
Why not, if it took you 8 weeks to get to that point and you've been out for 5 weeks, why not go 5 weeks back again? I mean, we're always saying this is an infinite game, aren't we? This is for life. This is not for right now, and you cannot, I'm certainly going to be nowhere near being able to maintain my fitness levels that I'll be at for the Iron Distance Triathlon. That's just not possible.
Yeah, and I've readjusted my goals for things coming up. So I've got a half marathon in Eton Dorney in just under 2 weeks, and I'm just aiming now to get there and run it, not at any speed. Or originally it was like, oh, that will be a PB attempt, but it won't be, because I'm not going to be ready for that in 12 days time.
No, we're readjust. You constantly readjust. I mean, I literally bailed out of a race completely, didn't I? Our DNS that did not start a couple of weeks ago. So just keep readjusting, keep your ego on the back burner, because ultimately the main thing is that you're in the game, consistently doing it and feeling good, rather than being at your peak fitness all of the time. You can't be.
Yeah.
Are you getting nervous because your parents are now watching?
There's a tray of tea that's just arrived.
No, we'll come over. It's tea time. We'll finish this in a little bit. Oh, we're being told to stay here now. Well, smile. Right, so we probably need to talk about one last thing, and you've already touched on it earlier in the video, but that is what's coming up for you and me. Everyone knows what's coming up for me. 18th of July, long distance triathlon, put it to bed, never think about it again. Mary?
Well, mine's a bit more up in the air. So I've got my Eton Dorney half marathon a week on Sunday on the 13th of June.
Yep.
But I'm just gonna, as I said, run that to enjoy it, not push the pace.
But if you're around in the area or you're signed up, come up and say hi, and we always want to say hello to everyone, so.
Yeah. Run with me.
Yeah, run pace Mary. And what else?
And I think London Marathon's not going to be an option now for us because of the way the quarantine's looking from Thailand. I don't think we'll be able to travel back in October. So I just found out that the Bangkok Marathon has been postponed from June to early December. So I think...
Which also that's around the same time as the Angkor Wat half marathon, though. You realise that?
Yeah.
I think they might be the same weekend. But we'll have a look into it. We've got some really exciting stuff. But we're not gonna give it all away now, because actually the video we're currently also making for Sunday, if you're watching these in chronological order, is why we're moving to Thailand. And we've asked people on Instagram, so if you're watching this before Sunday and you want to know anything about the move to Thailand, then we're asking people on Instagram to ask us questions that we can answer about why we're doing what we're doing, and how we're going to train, etc., which is exciting. But that's all to come on the channel. And this is how you keep a dog entertained whilst you're trying to record a video. She just stares at it. Anyway, until Sunday, we'll see you then.